We're only 1 week into the NFL season, and we are already here talking about Jaxson Dart being the starting quarterback over Russell Wilson because Brian Daboll was asked not once, not twice, but thrice about who his starting quarterback is going to be, and he was pretty non-committal. So I want you to commit down in the comments section right now. Who do you want to be the Giants starting quarterback heading into week 2 against Dallas? Type 6 for Dart. Type 3 for Russ. This is New York Giants Now by Chat Sports, and I wish it was a Victory Monday, but it's not. Appreciate everybody for stopping by, and major shout out to everybody that showed love to the channel yesterday. Over 180,000 people tuned into our watch party. You guys showed major love to both of our post-game videos yesterday. So the content, it continues to go on. The question of today's show is, will the Giants continue to go forward with Russell Wilson as their quarterback? Brian Daboll said he respects Russ and he believes in Russ, but he did not say that Russell Wilson is our starting quarterback. This was the transcript from the post-game media session. A reporter asked him, will you consider starting Jaxson next week? Brian Daboll says, look, we're going to get home and look at our game. Collectively, we all got to be better. Another reporter followed that up and said, is it safe to say that Russell Wilson is still your starter? And Daboll said, yeah, we're just here after the game. I know that reads as, yeah, but that's not how he said. He said, yeah, we're just here after the game. I've got confidence in Russ. We have to do better around overall. Coaches, players, all around, everybody. So we'll get focused and be ready to go on to Dallas. A reporter then followed that up and said, in fairness, you not answering this sounds like a non-answer. And Daboll says, we're talking about after every game. I've got confidence in Russ. We'll go back, evaluate the tape. This game isn't on Russell Wilson. It's not on Russell Wilson. Let me make that clear. I have confidence in Russ. We have to do a better job all the way around. And here we go. All Brian Daboll had to say was, Russell Wilson is our starting quarterback. But by saying all of the jibber jabber that he did, he is welcoming in this conversation. Thank you for giving me my Monday morning VOD, Brian Daboll. I get to talk about a quarterback competition because you were non-committal about who your starter is going to be. And this isn't like Brian Daboll never does this. No. How many times did we hear Daniel Jones our starting quarterback? Daniel Jones our starting quarterback. Tommy DeVito is our starting quarterback. Drew Lock is our starting quarterback. Tyrod Taylor is our starting quarterback. He has never been afraid to name a starting quarterback for the future weeks. And he didn't do it. That's all you had to do, Brian. If you believe and you want Russell Wilson to be the quarterback, all you had to say was, Russ is our starter. Russ is going to be our starter until he's not our starter. We love Jaxson, love having him on this team, but Jackson's going to sit and develop behind our starter, Russell Wilson. That's all he had to say. You know why he didn't say that? Because he wants Jaxson Dart to be the starter. He knows that this team is not going to win many games this year. He duped us all again. But he knows that playing Jaxson Dart is the ultimate joker card. Anything would be here after week 1. There was a chance where we were heading into week 5 against the New Orleans Saints and we were 1-3, 0-4. But man, I did not think we were going to be here after just week 1. But when you don't score a touchdown in week 1, like you didn't score a touchdown in week 1 of 2024, like you didn't score a touchdown in week 1 of 2022, scoring 12 total points in the last 3 season openers, and 3 of those points you were gifted because C.J. Ham in week 1 last year fumbled on the 25-yard line. You couldn't even capitalize on that. You had to settle for a field goal. You haven't put together a scoring drive in 3 season openers. Something a team has not done since 1940. That's how bad it is. I'm not sure 100% a change is coming for week 2. I bet if you put Brian Daboll on a lie detector test right now and said, do you want to start Jaxson Dart? He would say yes, and it would come out to be true. But maybe it's Joe Shane. Maybe it's John Mara. I don't know. But Brian Daboll wants him to be the starting quarterback. Now, if the Giants can't score versus the Dallas Cowboys, if the Giants are continuing to put together 16 play drives for 67 yards and field goals, and they head into halftime with another half of a non-touchdown performance, then yeah, I think that's when you could see a change. My official prediction is that if the Giants, led by Russell Wilson, cannot score a touchdown in the first half against the Dallas Cowboys in week 2, we will see Jaxson Dart be the starting quarterback to open up the third quarter. Because you cannot sell anybody that you have hope, belief, and confidence in Russell Wilson if he goes another half of football without leading a touchdown drive. Now, I'm not like trying to come up here and say Russ was terrible yesterday. He surely wasn't good. Let's make that abundantly clear. Russell Wilson was not good yesterday. But he didn't have much to work with. You were asking him to make fire out of 2 sticks. It's hard. It's possible, but it's hard. It takes a lot of time. And he didn't have time. He had no time to throw in the pocket. And that's why he was 17 of 37. A lot of throwaways. I've gone back and watched the game 2 times now. He threw so many passes away just to avoid sacks. Then he lost his feel in the pocket. He lost trust in his offensive line, and he was moving into sacks. He was escaping out of the pocket way too early, and I don't blame him. Some of the hits he took, I can't believe he got up from. But that's the name of the game. Got to be able to handle pressure. And Russell Wilson is not built to handle pressure anymore. He was pressured on 49% of his dropbacks yesterday. Giants' offensive line got their butts whipped. Every single one of them outside of Jermaine Illuminor. And in those 25 dropbacks under pressure, he threw 6 of them away. And he completed 5 of 16 passes. I mean, 51 yards. This isn't new for Russell Wilson. We showed you guys the Pro Football Focus grades of Russell Wilson under pressure the last 4 years. 50, 50, 50, 50. Scale of 0 to 100. He's not built to face pressure. And he's built to throw the ball down the field. And he didn't even really look good doing that yesterday. We'll talk more about this game coming up in a second. But first, I got to tell you guys about our proud sponsor, Chubbies. The leaves are turning. The temps are dropping. And the weekend air is getting that nice autumn crisp. Just because the weather is changing over doesn't mean you have to pack away the fun. Chubbies is here to make sure your fall wardrobe hits harder than a PSL on a slow Sunday morning with soft, stretchy, fall-ready staples built for maximum comfort and minimal effort. Mark your calendars. The Chubbies Fall Collection drops September 9th, and it's packed with cozy gear that brings the metaphorical and real heat. And later this month, they're launching their new Comfort Collection featuring the I Wear Jogger. It's the perfect pant for the impromptu naps and weekend errands and everything in between. Comfy, casual, and built for life. The Chubbies original stretch shorts can live on your legs. Available in long, short, and waist short. They come with a relaxed fit, elastic waistband, and no fuss design. These are the kind of shorts you'll forget you're wearing until you get an onslaught of high fives and compliments. Whether you're layering up for tailgates, lounging through lazy Sundays, or just leaning fully into fall comfort, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving Giants Now listeners $10 off your order with the code CHATSPORTS. Go to chubbyshorts.com/chatsports or use the code CHATSPORTS. That's code CHATSPORTS at chubbyshorts.com. Support the show and show your thighs some respect with Chubbies. All of that information is clickable down in the comments and the description of today's show. That's $10 off your order today. Also applies to the NFL collection. chubbyshorts.com/chatsports. When your offense puts together the performance the Giants put together yesterday, there's no question that you have to talk about who should be on the football field. And that starts with the quarterback position. That's the way it works. When you win, you get way too much credit. When you lose, you are the center of all conversations. And when you put up 231 yards, 3.7 yards per play, under 160 through the air, and your running backs combined for 15 carries for 30 yards, shout out to Russell Wilson. He was able to use his legs and move around, and he put the team on his back in the running game, led the team in rushing yards. There's going to be talk about it. And the reason there's talk about it is because Brian Daboll and Joe Shane have to win games. Like, I don't see a world unless Dart plays well. Unless Dart plays well and comes and lights it up, you have to win games this year. Like, if you end the year 4-13 again, are you bringing him back? You go 5-12. Are you bringing Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen back again? I get it. Playing Jaxson Dart is the ultimate Joker card. And when you're playing a Joker, you got to play at the exact right moment. And I bet Brian Daboll doesn't want it to be week 2. Probably doesn't want it to be week 3. Probably didn't want it to be till week 8, week 9, week 10, 11, or 12. Shoot, man. Who knew? Shocker. The Giants wouldn't score a touchdown in their season opener. They haven't done it since people were wearing COVID masks in the stands against the Tennessee Titans. That's how long it's been. I can't believe we're doing this. I'll ask you again. Pick a quarterback. I think Brian Daboll would type his 6s. I think Brian Daboll wants to play Jaxson Dart because I think he knows Jaxson Dart is better. I think he knows Jaxson Dart can handle the team better. He can handle the elements of this team. This offensive line can't protect. Jaxson Dart can handle pressure. Russell Wilson could, can't anymore. 6 for Dart, 3 for Russell Wilson. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look at everybody's performance from yesterday. You look at the Pro Football Focus grades. The leading grade getter for the Giants was Daniel Bellinger. Only 15 total snaps. Theo Johnson, extremely disappointing performance yesterday. How many drops for Theo? 3? 2? I think Daniel Bellinger is the best tight end on this roster, and I want him to get more work. I also want Cam Scadaboo to get more work. Only 8 snaps for him. I don't know what's going on there. I know he's a rookie and you want to work him in slow, but I think it was pretty evident that he's the most complete New York Giants back when it comes to running the ball, catching the ball, and pass protecting. Malik Nabers had a good day. I thought Wan'Dale Robinson showed signs of being a weapon, being a chain mover. I was happy with him. Tyrone Tracy, not a lot of room to run. He should catch that ball on 3rd down. And, yeah, the offensive line wasn't very good. James Hudson, had 6 pressures, 4 hurries, 2 QB hits. He was not good. Had a PFF grade of 55. John Runyon, 3 pressures, 2 hurries. He was not really good either. John Michael Schmitz, man, what a disappointment he has been. What a disappointment. Greg Van Roden, I thought, was okay. And, I'm lowering the bar for okay by a lot. Jermaine Illuminor was the Giants' best offensive lineman, and he was just okay as well. You look at the defensive grades for the Giants, and shocker, Abdul Carter, highest graded out Giant. But he only played 38 of the 70 snaps yesterday. We'll have a video coming out on that later on the channel. Dexter Lawrence graded the 2nd highest, and that's the bar that he has set. I didn't think he played well yesterday. 0 pressures, 0 QB hits, 0 hurries, 0 sacks. Had 3 tackles. Elijah Garcia didn't play that much. Brian Burns, I thought he was good. But look, it's hard to say anyone on the defense played well when you give up the stats and the numbers the Giants did. Big takeaway, Deonte Banks played 11 snaps. That's Cordell Flott's job. Javon Holland was terrible, according to PFF. 70 snaps for Holland, 41 overall PFF grade. 57 in the run game, 59 as a pass rusher, 42 in coverage. The Giants' middle of the field defense was a joke. Bobby Okereke, I think, is washed. And the Commanders, they took advantage of you. Anytime they needed a big play on 2nd down, they got it. It was the worst display of 2nd down defense I've seen by an NFL team. 2nd and 19, oh, here's 19 yards. 2nd and 14, oh, here's 14 yards. 2nd and 16, oh, here's 10 yards. Oh, and then here's a 12-yard run. Every time the Giants won on 1st down, they didn't play complimentary football. They didn't finish the drive. They didn't force 3rd and longs. Oof. 432 yards. Another 220 yards slapped in your face on the ground. Good thing you signed Roy Robertson Harris to fix that run defense, Joe Schoen. Can you name one positive takeaway from me? I'm going through it, as you can tell. I'm sure you're going through it as well if you're watching this far in the video. Give me the thing you're most positive about coming out of that Week 1 game. And make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, @MarshallGreen_. We'll be live on the channel later today. Hit that thumbs up icon for me, and let's go Big Blue.